It is said that the inner planets as a group have many similarities, whereas the outer planets also have many similarities as a group. Identify at least 3 similarities of the inner planets and the outer planets. Okay, first we need to know the difference between the inner planets and outer planets. Inner planets are the planets closest to the Sun, which is Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Those are our 4 inner planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are the 4 outer planets. So let's kind of look over here. I'm going to skip the distance from the Sun. That's pretty much common sense. So I'm going to skip right over that column. And I'm going to look at period of revolution. That is information included in D is for days and Y is for years. Revolution is how long it takes a planet to make its orbital path around the Sun. For Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, it looks like the planets are able to revolve around the Sun in a matter of different amounts of days. On the other hand, our outer planets of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, the data is recorded in years. So that's definitely something worth writing down. So let me see here the inner planets. Whoops, let me get my cursor. The inner planets have a shorter revolution. The outer planets have a longer revolution. Okay. Let's look at the period of rotation. That means how long does it take a planet to spin one time? So I'm looking at our inner planets. The rotation is in days and hours. And then when I look at my outer planets, they are listed in hours, but the hours are smaller numbers. So the inner planets, I'll go back up here and change that to a comma, have a longer rotation. On the other hand, the outer planets have a shorter rotation. They're able to spin much faster. Okay. Let's see here. There's several things we could look at. But I'm going to look at, let's see here. Mass might not be bad to look at. Let's look at density. And density means how tightly packed is the matter that would make up that planet. So when I'm looking at Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, the numbers are 3.9 or larger. On the other hand, my outer planets are much lower numbers. So I'm going to go up here. So the inner planets have a greater density. And that would be because they are rocky planets made of rocky materials, so they would definitely be denser. On the other hand, my outer planets are less dense. And that's because they are made of gaseous materials. I could talk about the diameters as well. You can kind of see the diameters of our inner planets are significantly less, which means diameter is the size of the planet from one side to the other. And my outer planets are significantly larger. I could have included that as well. I could have talked about the mass. I could have talked about this as well, the eccentricity of orbit, but that's not something normally 6th graders would include. I think what we have right here looks like a feasible answer. So I'm going to put my periods here. Let me go back to put my ands here so I have better quality sentences. Let me reread it and see how it sounds. The inner planets have a shorter revolution, longer rotation, and greater density. The outer planets have a longer revolution, shorter rotation, and less density. Sounds like a good answer to me.